Yo YouTube, what is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy SalvationsElite, and we are back with the 10,000 subscriber Q&A special, man. I didn't know if the channel would ever actually get to this point, so I'm pumped to be able to make this happen. Like, dude, come on, man, 10K? That's crazy, dude. And like I've said, we're only getting started. I know I've said thanks a handful of times, but I just want to thank you all before we get into the video for all the support, all the comments, the interactions, the follows on Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is, the subscriptions, the likes, however it might be, however you support. It all is appreciated. It's all noticed. I try to reply to you guys as much as possible because it's the least I can do because of how much support you guys have shown me. So if you ever have any other questions, just, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, in the comments. I always try to get to as many of your questions as possible. We have a lot of questions to go through in this video, so I'm excited to do a more lighthearted, fun video with, we have questions that are serious, epic, interesting, ridiculous, all in between. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get right into the questions. So first question on YouTube, Zest_Courts asks, do you think boneless chicken wings are fancy chicken nuggets? Oh man, I mean, they definitely are. But they're delicious. All right, let's not get confused. So yes, but do I hate it? No. Once again on YouTube, Ricardo Amador asks, if you could make a God squad and you could choose any of the pros, who would you choose? All right, so I'm assuming we're doing 5 pros on Black Ops 4 to create a God Squad COD Champs team. So going off that, I think I would take Dashy on Maddox, Octane on ICR. I'll take Slasher on a Maddox. I'll take Dylan on a SOG and Envoy on a SOG. So that team would be disgusting. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? So in the Discord, Makel asks, would you ever coach a team to compete in events and get players' names out there? USA got a lot of players and some hidden gems, I believe. Since I currently work for MLG, I wouldn't, not now, but maybe in the future if I didn't work for MLG or if I wasn't working in the COD scene, then maybe if the situation was right, if I believe in the team, potentially on an org, I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't say like for sure or anything, but who knows? Maybe. Bruce NG on YouTube asked, did you like Advanced Movement? And if you did, would you like to see another Advanced Movement COD in the future? I loved Black Ops 3. I hated Infinite Warfare. I didn't love AW. So I would say, based off my chances of getting a good game, 30%, like, I don't know. I really do enjoy Black Ops 4's movement. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's definitely decent. But at the same time, I loved Modern Warfare Remastered, so it's like I can play any type of COD at this point. So I would say not an advanced movement like jetpacks, but I wouldn't be opposed to like some other types of like faster paced games. Tommy Perez on YouTube asks, can you make a learn from the pros once Modern Warfare comes out? Yes, of course. Of course. What type of question is this? Nah, they're for sure coming out though. I mean, we're gonna be having, I'm telling you right now, like, I'm not going to sleep when Modern Warfare comes out. I'm going to be playing that game constantly. I'm going to be making multiple videos a day. I don't want to set the bar too high, but like 40 videos in like October to November, like in that 31st 30 days when it comes out. I'm just saying that is very possible. So Phoenix Season on Twitter asks, what made you fall in love with YouTube and competitive Call of Duty? So this is going to kind of knock out a few of the questions out there because I think a lot of people said, who's your favorite COD player of all time? And a few other similar questions to this one. And that kind of answers all of it. Nadeshot. At the end of the day, it was Nadeshot. His content and how he approached Call of Duty made me fall in love with competitive. I kind of followed that track from there. Obviously, nowadays, I think it's answered a few other questions as well. When it comes to like my favorite team now, I don't really have a favorite team now. I guess I would have said Optic like 2 years ago or so, but now I would just say I'm looking for awesome, intense, epic Call of Duty matches. And so whether that's Gen G versus E United or FaZe versus E6, who cares, as long as the match is really close and fun to watch. T-Series in the Discord, which first of all, your name sucks. He's also aka known as Jerry Bear, who is the best moderator in the world. Okay, thank you for your service. But he went and asked 4 questions. He's going off out here. The first question he asked was, what are your goals? Do you want to go pro? Do you want to do YouTube? Want to cast for MLG? Help in another way? What are your goals? And honestly, at this point right now, my goal is to create great content. That's basically my only goal. Would I be opposed to casting for MLG? No. I mean, if the opportunity approached me, then I would definitely consider it. I don't think I'm going to go out and pursue casting for MLG right now. Personally, just because I don't think I'm at a spot where I'd be good enough yet to do it. But if they thought that I was, then maybe I would do it. I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. So on YouTube, Plezzy Plays asks, this is going to cover a lot of questions as well about the community tournaments. He asks, will you be doing more community tournaments? If so, will they be cross-platform? PS4 team versus Xbox team, etc. So I am pumped about cross-platforming. I really hope it works just like everyone expects it to work for Modern Warfare, because I can't wait to do some PS4 versus Xbox tournaments, or, you know, it just overall cross-platformed. And for community tournaments in general, I want to do at least one more before Modern Warfare releases, and I'm down for that to be a throwback tournament. I'm down for that to be a 5v5 tournament where we actually, like, it's like the championship tournament. That'd be kind of fun if once a year we did a 5v5 tournament. Obviously 5v5, but when you can bring your own team, have your whole team of 5, and then it's like the championship tournament. I don't know. But I'm totally open to basically any ideas at this point. I would love to do it a week or two after champ. So around the end of August, beginning of September, I'd love to do the next community tournament. So on YouTube, Jackson Season asks, who do you think is the best SOG player in the game? It's got to be Dylan right now. Dylan is nasty. Reciprocity is a lucky team that they have Dylan on their squad right now. And going into franchise next year, he's going to be a highly sought after commodity, because my goodness, he is good. So Jeffrey Wharton, Bone XL, and Scan Season all asked about tips for young players trying to go pro or whatever. The biggest thing that I think is young people need to consider is, first of all, patience is key. And working hard throughout the whole year is really important. It's easy just to give up now when it's the dead time of the year, but this is when you can gain the ground on everybody else who's currently taking their break or taking time off. This is the time to grind, is this time of the year where you can really start seeing your improvements. And I would also say really try to get connected into the community, and that means meeting people on Twitter, getting involved with Discord communities, TENS communities. If you really want to try to go pro, those are your best opportunities to really surround yourself with people who love competitive COD, and you guys are all grinding for the same goal. At its core, that's probably what can help you the most. So T-Hands, the deepest thinker, really a philosopher around here, okay, around these parts. He says, if Nebraska and Carr could football play or even food, would Tom Brady, with or without, tell them that you're third cousin, or giraffes? Yes. So Epic Salvi Time asked a similar question for what I said earlier, but he said, what inspired you to start making YouTube videos in general? Nade shot. And what drove you to make specifically competitive Call of Duty videos? So what differs a little bit from previously was the competitive side. So originally I was kind of making FIFA videos. I was making content overall. I loved KSI. I loved the Sidemen back in the day as well. And I always have loved PewDiePie. So all those guys have kind of been my boys, you know. I watched them early on, like between 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. In that area is when I watched that group of people like a lot. I still watch them today. At the end of the day, why I wanted to make competitive videos was because I wanted to get better at competitive COD. I played League Play in Black Ops 2. I played a few GBs in Ghost. That was my first time ever playing GBs, was in Ghost. But during Black Ops 3 was when I was like, man, I want to get good at competitive COD. I wasn't that good before this. I want to get good. So that was when I really dove in to try to get better at competitive COD. And I was like, I need to start doing my own videos to learn how to do it. I just wasn't finding the videos that I wanted to see on YouTube. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go make it myself. And that's kind of how it started. Sean Bean on Discord asks, do you think now that Optic's going back to old roles and Karma says he's running SOG, that'll help him hurt, or will stay all together, blah, blah, scump, ICR, flex, what are your thoughts? And I'm probably gonna talk more about this in COD Champs preview videos in the next week or two. But I think it's going to be good for them to go back to their old roles. They were trying to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed. At the end of the day, there was just a few minor tweaks they need to make, and they'll be fine. Just shoot a little bit straighter. They'll be in good shape. Optic, they shouldn't have made that change in the first place, so probably a good thing they're going back to their old roles. There was a handful of questions about the new COD. Wolf asked it, and EU Rigby asked it on Twitter. Like, what are my thoughts on the new COD, Modern Warfare 2019? And I'm pumped for it. I can't wait. I'm excited for the little bit slower, more realistic gameplay. And we're going to talk about this a lot tomorrow, so I'm not going to go over it too much. I'm sure there's going to be so much information tomorrow, but I'm excited. Colton Oxley on Twitter asks, what do you think about franchising next year? I'm hesitant, as you can tell, but I think there's a lot of potential opportunities for it, and it's going to create, you know, new jobs in the Call of Duty esports world as well, which is exciting. Overall, it's going to be tough. At first, I think it's going to be a weird transition for the community, but hopefully it reaps benefits long term. Rebel Product on YouTube asks, can we get a launch party for Modern Warfare when it drops? It'll be awesome if your community is the first one to see Xbox and PlayStation finally meet and settle the score. I actually really like that idea. It could be a banger video, so I'd be down for that. That'd be pretty sick. I would be down to have an Xbox squad, a PS4 squad, duke it out in like the first day of Modern Warfare if it actually works on launch, which is that's a whole new question. But that would be sick. I'm down. Daredevil on YouTube asks, in your opinion, do you think you could ever have what it takes to push yourself to a pro level? Based off what I've seen at all the open bracket events, right now where I'm at is I would say I'm like a mid-tier amateur. So like in the open bracket, there's seed 1 through seed, you know, let's say 150. Let's say there's 150 teams. I would say I'm like, I could be pretty successful on like a seed 40 through 70 teams, somewhere in there. That means I'm nowhere near a pro, because if you think about it, the best pros dump on the average pros dump on the bad pros dump on the good amateurs dump on the okay amateurs dump on the lesser okay, like, you know. So there's so many tiers to where I'm at. I would say if I went all out on competitive COD and I was playing COD 12 hours a day, maybe I could in theory, but realistically at this point there's no way I'm going pro, because I just love content too much. We had a few questions about COD champs. Shane Thickpen said, who is winning it all this year? Oh man, I know one question said no 100 Thieves, who's winning it all this year, so I'm not gonna say 100 Thieves. I do love EU, but now that EU won one, I don't know if they're going to win it again. Champs could be a weird one. This could be where like Reciprocity pulls out something crazy and wins. Some of you also asked if could FaZe rebound at Champs. FaZe 100% could rebound at Champs. And Optic's a cop-out answer. I don't know, man. I think Gen G could very well win Champs. They've been so close, and that might just be their tournament. TJ Epps on YouTube asked, who are your top 5 favorite players of all time? Which is real interesting. And who do you think the top 5 players of all time are? Those are completely 2 different questions. And that second question is pretty dangerous. I'm not going to say top 5 players of all time, because that's definitely a video down the road. So I'm going to save that for a video down the road. But my top 5 favorite players of all time: 1's Nadeshot, 2's probably Big T, 3 might be Clayster, to be honest. I love his grind. I love him. And after that, I'd probably say Scump and maybe JCap. Aldolfo Roman comments, you should host some LAN events in places like Iowa, Illinois, over states that don't have LAN events. I know there are some LAN events, like aka like Esports Midwest does some COD LANs, but I would love to do that. I'm from Nebraska, as most of you probably know. I've actually thought about this, and I would I would love to do this. So hopefully as the channel grows and we have enough people where like I could host like a LAN event in Lincoln or Omaha, in Iowa somewhere, I don't know, somewhere like that that's somewhat close, and we could get like 100 people to show up to have an awesome tournament there. That would be sick. Like to do like a live community tournament. Oh man, that would be the dream. But right now we're probably not big enough of a community to make that happen, but down the road I would love to make that happen. Bryson Kant asks, what's your favorite video you made, and what's your favorite pro to watch play? I kind of answered the second half of that one already, but what's my favorite video I've made? That's a really interesting question. It's the video I haven't made. Nah, dude. No, but on the real though, my most recent Learn from the Pros, I'm disappointed that it doesn't have more views, because I thought it was a really good video about Gen G, their movement, their positioning, like how they work together. I thought it was a really great video. I know it's about Gen G. It doesn't have the clickbait of Optic or LG or FaZe or EU, so it's not going to get as many views, but Gen G needs to be talked about because they're literally so good at this game, and that last Learn from the Pros was a really good one. So this question's kind of stumping me. Crave Clan asks, how do you recommend EU players that can't find players to get into the pro scene? Is it gonna be hard to find players, even more difficult to find good ones? So I know a few of you EU guys asked something about this, like how do we as EU players get better and improve and find a community and find teams and play in tournaments? And that's a question I need to dive into more. I haven't thought about it enough. I mean, obviously I'm American, I'm not from the EU. And so I need to dive into that more to figure out how you guys can get connected. So I'll get back to you guys on that one. Accurate asks, why don't you get more involved with the Fortnite community? Well, cause let's see here. I'm not a 12-year-old. Kidding, guys. I'm sorry. No. But for real though, it's just Fortnite. I enjoyed it for like a month. I literally played it like the 2 days after it came out, Battle Royale wise. And I enjoyed it for like a month. And then after it started getting sweaty with the builds and everything, I just couldn't handle it anymore. I was driving me crazy. I don't know. I just don't like the game. That's really just the biggest reason why. So I know this is a long video, but we're going to wrap this up with 2 final Discord questions. The first one is from DNYL Dinnell. He says, best and worst CODs, competitive-wise or pubs, or both? This is easy for me. Best one is Black Ops 2, hands down. I love Black Ops 2. It was the first game it was the first COD I actually owned, so I could in theory be biased. I love Black Ops 2, competitively and pubs-wise. And then worst COD, easy, hands down, IW is garbage. Terrible. I hated that game. I hated it competitively. I hated it pubs. I literally didn't play it at all. So that was a really frustrating year for me, as you guys know. If you guys were around back then, I don't know how many of you who were watching this were around back then during Modern Warfare Remastered, but that's when I made tons of Modern Warfare Remastered content. So the final question, Twitch C Fraley on Discord asks, there's not a great answer to this, but is there any way we will be remembered as OGs, considering once every YouTuber hits so many fans, they just completely forgot about who's been there since day one? I just want you to remember us, because I know 10K is huge. Once you continue to grow, I don't want to drown in the comments like we aren't there. So this is something I've actually thought about a lot, and I was thinking about some way to like do some like long-term promise situation where like when we hit like 1 million subscribers, I'd fly out like 10 people to come hang and do some like LAN party or something. I don't know how I would do that or how I'd promise that, but that would be something I would love to do, is if once we hit 1 million subscribers or something, you know, I don't know how long that would take. It could take 5 years. It could take 10 years. I don't know how long it would take. If we did some type of thing where like I would guarantee once we hit 1 million subscribers, I'd fly all you guys out and we do some type of LAN party for like 2 or 3 days, that would be sick. So I don't know, something like that would be dope. And I definitely do not want to forget about the OGs, because you guys, obviously I wouldn't have grown without you guys, so 100% you guys will not be forgotten. So I just want to end the video on that note. You guys are the true OGs, the ones that keep this channel afloat and keep me motivated to make awesome content. So this is way longer than I thought it was going to be, but I'm excited about the Q&A. I'm excited about what we can do together in the future, guys. Be on the lookout for those community tournaments in the Discord. We'll be talking about those and discussing how we want to do the next one. So join the Discord if you haven't already. Links in the description. And I am pumped for COD Champs. I'm pumped for the reveal for the multiplayer for Modern Warfare tomorrow. So it should be a pretty insane next few weeks leading up to Champs and everything else. So thank you so much for all the support. As I always say, I can't do this without you, and I want to do this long term, and your support goes so far to make that happen. But as always, guys, I'm your boy SalvationsElite, and we will see you next time. I'm out.